Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to us guys. In today's video we'll be working here on a Ford 3.5 engine. This engine is used in many Ford vehicles such as Ford Edge, Lincoln MKX, MKZ, Ford Explorer even I think, and even the F-150s, some of them. So this is a 3.5 engine and we'll show you how to remove and replace your spark plugs, how to torque them, and all that stuff guys will be shared in the description in this video, and more information will be found in the description of the video below. All the parts guys that we use will be listed there, and all the tools as well. So let's go ahead, start on it. We have to do quite a bit of disassembly to get to the rear plugs, you can see, so we will cover that today. I forgot to mention to let you know that we will have more than 200 videos on this car and this engine, so please guys subscribe to the channel for more videos, and if you need help with anything, drop a comment below. Our purpose here at the shop guys is to save you as much money as we can by providing free videos and teach you how to fix your car. So we can start on it now. So what you need to do first guys, okay, right here you can see this is the MUF sensor that we'll need to disconnect so we can lift that thing up. There is one red thing on the bottom, okay, you need to slide it back, then press down here, okay, and disconnect the sensor. Now you can see this is the safety lock that we need to pull, otherwise it's not going to work. When it's locked it's like going forward, so you need to push back, then press down, okay, right here. It's going to activate that clip and you pull it out. We need to remove the air filter box, okay, open it on this side, slide it towards the left, pull it up a little bit. After that we need to get a screwdriver, okay, we need to get one hose clamp loose, okay, back there, this clamp right here, okay, we'll be using a flat screwdriver now, flathead screwdriver. All the tools guys and parts that we use will be listed in the description of the video below for your convenience. So get it loose, make sure it's loose enough, otherwise you can damage your intake boot. Okay. And now we need to disconnect that hose right here. Check this thing out now, how you do that. Okay, you need to come on this side like that, okay, and pull it out, okay, like that. So this is guys the cover that came out of it. Now we need to proceed with the next step. Okay, so after that we forgot to mention there is one more hose right here. Just pull it out, this is for the booster, and you can go ahead and pull the whole thing out of there, and we can proceed with the next step now. Now we'll remove the throttle body separate. You don't have to do that, I think you can remove the whole thing together, but if you want to see how we're going to do it, watch now guys, because we'll actually be making a video how to replace throttle body as well, so let's start on it now. So we need to find a socket now, okay, that's going to fit the throttle body bolts. And you can see now right here, okay, we have one bolt here, 1, 2, then we have 3, here 4 bolts that we need to remove with 8mm socket. And after that we need to see there is one bolt underneath, I believe, so we're going to check in just a second to see if we need to do anything there. So 8mm socket, remove these 4 bolts. Okay, perfect. Now okay, this is the bolt there. Second, third. We have a video how to clean throttle body as well, check it out. It can improve your fuel economy and get rid of engine light codes, and also improve the vehicle performance. Okay, now we need to pull it down. Okay, that connector here, you can see that safety pin, the red one, needs to come up like that, and after that you need to press down right here. Okay, and just pull it out. By pressing down there, okay, you can see you release the clip. Sometimes if it's stuck you need to push the whole clip in, then press in, then pull it out. Okay, just like that. So now with the throttle body out of the way, you can see that bracket right there. This is with 8mm. Okay, this thing needs to go. Okay, perfect. This one is out. Now we need to get a plastic clip remover too. Okay, and we need to pull. Okay, you have two options. You can pull the hoses out, or you can go ahead and pull those holders here and just pull them to the side. We'll just leave ours like that. Okay, right here. Okay guys, that thing that you see here, that's mouse poop from what it looks like. Yep. So we'll be replacing that cover on the back as well. You can see the vehicle was on a farm, so probably mouse got in the engine compartment one time and they decided to poop on top of the engine. So now with the 8mm socket we have a few more bolts that we need to start disconnecting now. Okay, and those will be pretty tight. 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, 5, 6 so far. So let's go ahead and get them loose. Every time you remove throttle body or intake, it's recommended to replace the gasket there. Okay, go ahead and remove the bolts. Perfect. Now, okay, grab the intake, upper intake manifold. Okay, and pull it out. Now we need to see that that hose needs to be disconnected right there. So this one you press in on the yellow part. Okay, and pull it out. Press in there on that yellow part. Okay, let me show you again. This thing, you need to just press in and pull the hose out. Okay, and let's see if we have anything else. There is one more hose there holding, but we can pull that thing out a little bit until we can reach it. This hose is for the vacuum. Okay, this one. Okay, right there. Okay, so let's see if we can get to it with the pliers so we can remove that clamp. Okay, now all we have to do, grab that hose, twist it off and pull it out. And this one will be stuck. Okay, really bad sometimes. Okay, I just disconnected it. I pulled it out. Now it's important not to drop anything in the intake, lower intake hose there, because it will go in the valves. Okay, so you have to be extremely careful. Now on the back side there is one more breather hose that we need to disconnect. Okay, you can see right there. You cannot reach those. This one actually, I think ours came out of the valve cover. We'll check in just a second and see how it attaches. So we know guys what to expect as well. Okay, right here we're supposed to have one more bolt and somebody didn't install it last time. Check this thing out. Okay, there is one more bolt here holding and ours was not installed. Okay, you can see that, okay, that metal bracket right there, that's where the bolt goes. So, whoever worked on it last time just totally forgot this bolt. So there is one more wire on the back side that we need to disconnect. Okay, this one right there. Okay, and the upper intake manifold came out. Let me show you, this is the wire now. Okay, you need to press down right here, pull it out. That's where the breather hose connects. Okay, right here. And also this is the bracket, okay, for the intake manifold. Now we're going to cover the hose here so we don't drop anything in them. So with the intake, upper intake manifold out of the way, we can get to the spark plugs. First we'll need to remove the ignition coils, guys, so stay with us, we'll show you how to do that. Make sure you stay until the end, we'll share the torque specs for the spark plugs as well. So you can see where the rear ignition coils are. That's why we need to remove the upper intake, otherwise it will be you will not be able to remove the ignition coils to get to the rear spark plugs. If you want to replace the front ones only, you don't have to disassemble so much. You can just go ahead and remove the front ones pretty easy. So you can see that hose here, okay, that tooth. Just get it out of here like that, and it will disconnect the hose, pull it out. Now we'll need to get 8mm socket, okay, to remove the ignition coils. Okay, actually, this one's been replaced. One of the bolts, this bolt has been replaced. Somebody worked on it and they installed the wrong bolt. So it's supposed to be 8, but in our case one of them is probably a 7. So we'll check in a second and see. I'll grab the bolts, okay, so we don't lose them, because those are super easy to lose. Okay, yep, this is a 7mm there. Perfect. Now, how you disconnect them, you can see that red thing, guys, on every ignition coil. You need to push back. Okay, this is the safety lock. Then push down here and pull the wire out. Perfect. They do get stuck a little bit, so you need to wiggle them out of the way. Now we can go ahead and remove them. Those ignition coils are replaceable, even if you need to switch them from a different cylinder. It doesn't matter in which order you install them later. Perfect. This one, the seal came out, so we need to install it on the coil. Okay, great. Okay, now the rear ones, you will need to use a ratchet. We'll not be able to get our little impact there to save us a little bit of time. And pretty much we'll need to do the same thing. Okay, we'll need to get the bolts out. Perfect. And then we'll need to disconnect the wiring harness as well. So the same thing, just push the red thing out of the way, press down. And those things are super tight. Okay, one came out, one on the other side, so just one left here. Perfect. And remove the bolts. Careful not to drop them anywhere. It's important to cover your lower intake manifold, because otherwise you can drop something in the cylinders, in the valves. Okay, pull those out. Okay, just like that. Just one more to go. Okay, this guy is stuck a little bit there. I don't think they ever been removed, to be honest with you. From what it seems like, especially the rear ones. The front ones might have been removed, the rear ones not. Okay, out. So with the ignition coils out of the way, you can reach all 6 spark plugs now. That's what we'll be doing next. We need to remove each one of them. We'll show you how to do that on 1 spark plug, because there is no need, guys, to show you how to do it on 6. We're going to share the torque specs with you as well towards the end when we install the new spark plug. So we need a 5/8 spark plug socket. Okay, this is the 5/8 right there. Again, all the tools and parts that we use will be listed in the description of the video below. So let's go ahead, get this one loose. It's very important to torque them the correct way, otherwise you can severely damage, okay, your cylinder heads as well. So if it gets stuck and you cannot pull it, with the socket, grab it with the ignition coil and pull the plug out. Okay, this is the plug for cylinder number 4. You know, they go like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the old plug. You can see that's the original, probably factory Motorcraft plug right here. So now, according to the manual, it says that the spark plugs needs to be gapped at 0.51 inches to 0.7, so 5.1 to 5.7, which is in our case 1.35 millimeters, depending if you're using the metric or the American system. So in our case, okay, check out, one of the spark plugs is really good. Okay, this one is right on the spot. Okay, now check this thing out. It's too much. Okay, that thing is too wide, so we need to resize one of them. Look at on this one how tight it fits. Okay, right on the spot, it barely gets in, so perfect. So we need to resize one of those, okay, because it's way wider than it should be. So we'll just tap on it a little bit, and we're going to check it out again. Okay, and see what do we get now. Make sure it's not too low. Okay, right there, right on the spot. So now, the torque specs, guys, we need to get a torque wrench. Whether you're installing new spark plugs or regapping yours, the procedure will be the same. You need a torque wrench. Again, all the parts and tools that we use will be listed in the description of the video, below the video. So please check this thing out. According to the manual, it says 11 feet per pound, or this will be equivalent to almost 15 Newton meters, 14.78, something like that. So we are going to go to 15 Newton meters on ours. We'll catch them by hand. Okay, so that way we need to make sure that we do not strip them. And after that we'll set the torque wrench and use the torque wrench to retorque the spark plugs. So on this side here, okay, we have Newton meters right here, so we need to go ahead and set it at 15 now. Okay, we need to turn it all the way to 15, so that's all the way up here. Okay, 14. Okay, now we're at 7, so okay, it got stuck on the bottom, so let's set it at, okay, now this is 14.1, then we have, okay, 14 point, okay, right here 14.7 will be ours. Get it tight on the bottom. Okay, and now let's torque that spark plug down. This is a click type wrench, so you're going to notice a click when it's done, and do not go more. Listen now. Okay, right there. That's it. So we'll do that to the next spark plug. Again, we just demonstrated on one. We're going to retorque a second one now quick, but the procedure is pretty much the same for all of them. Okay, here. Yep, it's in. Okay, perfect. So from that point on, everything is in reverse way, guys. Hopefully the video will be helpful to you. Please subscribe to the channel for more videos and see you guys next time.